That's why I said earlier, you need thermite, and then you would need Thatcher, and then you would pick yeah, sledge, and then you need ash for the shield. Exactly. Mm-hmm. You downed him. Mm-hmm. You guys still good in here? Oh my god, I'm not gonna replay it.
By our
Whatever.
Monty player of the video, Kudos. Kudos has been playing Monty for a while, even before the shield rework, but from our interview later in the video, you can see that the shield rework made him play Monty even more. Now, before we get into the interview, I do want to say that Kudos is much more than a Monty player. He is actually a YouTuber with probably 3 times as more subscribers as me. He does all kinds of crazy good content, so make sure that you check out his channel, which will be linked in the description. Getting back into it, though, the biggest thing that I learned...
I'm gonna link his I'm gonna link the guy's channel as well. I think that would be a good service for our fellow shielders. This is Kudos. Here you go. This guy.
From Kudos is that Monty is much more of a hard support operator than a fragging operator like most people perceive Monty to be, but that doesn't mean that you can't get kills with Monty.
What the heck,
I learned so much from Kudos when talking to him that we might as well go to the interview part of the video now so you can hear it for yourself. Alright, so we have Kudos here. How you doing? How you doing?
Hello, hello. How are we?
I'm good, I'm good. So, what is one tip that you could give to aspiring Monty players who are like trying to get into Shields or trying to play Monty?
Thank you, Clan Boyd. Thank you, Boyd.
That's hard because there's so many.
It's like a whole
say
different type of
one.
playstyle, right? Like it's
yeah. Like there's so many like sub tips as well. So
that's
I guess,
true.
like the main Monty tip would be like just don't be scared. Don't
you got a big shield.
Start full extending and backing off. Yes, there's situations you need to do that, but if you can take a head-on fight, you should do it because, you know, the current shield mechanics, they are aggressive, and if you play into that,
this is last year though. This is last year. This is last year.
I would say there's some sub tips in Monty. Currently, with his current state, I don't think the revolver is a good idea. Personally, like it's strong, you know, it's like 70 something damage, I think. I can't remember.
78.
But the P9, just with its like lack of recoil.
Yeah, I agree.
You
though
have a good trigger finger like I do, which people think I use a macro.
So it's a new mechanic now. If you melee somebody, they stumble instead of getting injured or getting killed.
My trigger finger is that good, but it's just purely just a fast finger. You can go insane with that.
Right.
If you headshots, yeah.
Trigger finger, you have good aim and you can hit heads. There's no reason to run a gun that does more damage.
Nightclub, how?
Yeah, exactly.
And half the time I'm not looking at you when you shoot him either.
I'm currently eating lunch, and then we'll go to Siege, but we're reacting to some Siege stuff.
Even for good players, that revolver has a
So
kick.
this is a video by the channel Alka, and there's an interview going on with the channel named Kudos. I linked it up there. Kudos is a 10,000 hour Monty main, and Kudos is now getting interviewed by Alka for any Monty tips.
You
Hi,
can't kick with
yeah.
a revolver because it's a single shot as well.
Exactly.
Trying to control recoil of a single shot weapon is kind of impossible. That's just how it goes.
Right.
If it's fully automatic, fair enough, but yeah, revolver, I would say stay clear of it if you're trying to.
Okay. He has a good advice for new players, but if you've gotten good enough, like me, where you know how to control single shot recoil really well, and also my history with other games, you can actually reliably two-tap somebody with the revolver at medium range. It is good.
gotta be good.
Yeah, going into that thing of like trying to not be too scared as a shield operator, they literally can't do anything to you unless they have impact or nitros, but even then those don't kill you, they just take away HP. So like, just get in people's face. You don't even have to like melee them. As long as you just make your presence known, they'll get scared half the time and make mistakes that you can capitalize off of.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you have teammates around you as well. Like, because at his core, he is a hard support operator. And
Yeah.
I know it's not, it's easier said than done. Not everyone plays in 5 stacks. Not everyone has good teammates necessarily all the time. So obviously it's like best case scenario when you have teams working around you. But if you can, like, be aggressive as Monty by yourself with a team that can assist you when you need to fall back a little bit, he's actually crazy. Like, I am honestly amazed we've not seen him as much currently in Pro League, because the times he has appeared, he's done
dominated.
so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can't remember what team it was, but I remember some of the analysts basically attributing to just the mass pressure on attack coming from one player on Monty, because once you learn how to play him, it's game over.
Yeah, I mean, back last season, you had that huge meta of like Azami, Fenrir.
Yeah, that's true right there.
Like,
Monty
nobody
creates
can penetrate
pressure,
that
like
defense. You had
this
statistics where it was
invisible
like
pressure.
80% of all defense
'Cause if a
rounds
Monty
on
can actually
Skyscraper
present,
were just on defense. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
And then the only teams that had a positive attacking win rate were teams.
The real life equivalent of that would be Riot Control. That's actually how I based my Monty stuff. Sorry. Where is it? So like, is it this one? This is just the okay, let's see what this one is.
To control a riot or disperse a crowd, authorities rely on specific strategies and skills. In a riot police
So basically
formation,
like this.
the first line of defense typically consists of officers with shields, followed closely by a leader and a tear gas officer, and finally a rear echelon in case the front police officer get tired. One common tactic involves identifying and arresting key individuals, often the leaders of the protest. Riot control teams often use this tear gas launchers to subdue crowds. The gas causes intense eye irritation, throat burning, and difficulty breathing, making it effective for dispersal. We'll also take a look at how the U.S. National Guard uses military vehicles and trucks to shape the environment and push back crowds. Looking at various case scenario, all of this is covered in the video ahead. In the heat of a tense demonstration, the riot police move as a single disciplined unit. At the heart of their coordination is the team leader, the one who stands just behind the shielded front line, calmly issuing commands through a radio or by hand signals. This leader is responsible for the entire group, organizing the operation with precision, from positioning to timing, ensuring that each member knows their role.
But yeah, so like, you see like there's a tactic with it, right? Like you need to create pressure, but the other thing is that you need to create an exit for the person. So you basically, when I play Monty, I create this pressure in a room, and that will make people either fight or flight, right? Run away. My best case scenario is I want them to run away so we can clear the area one by one, like left to right, whatever, clearing it out. And once we clear out, example, second floor of Coastline, I think the other day I was playing with Faith and Faith Allah on Twitch. Yeah, Faith Allah. I just searched it. We cleared out Coastline second floor, I think within 20 seconds of the round starts, or 30 seconds in the round start. We cleared the entire area, and we basically just went to work, and we won a lot of rounds because I was able to just push into room after room after room with confidence and menacing presence that the enemy had to back off.
Which brings me into my next thing. Do you think that being good at Monty also made you good at other shield operators like Clash, like Blitz?
That's a good question. That's a good question right there.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, the shield mechanics are a bit more uniformed across the board this season, with the same running style, the shield bash, the jumping through barricades. So once you start to get the movement with one of them, you kind of have it with all of them. And like they confirmed at the Year 9 roadmap, well, I guess confirmed isn't the right word, they hinted at it, that Thermite is most likely going to be getting a ballistic shield, the same one that Fuse has. So expect more operators to get it, and that is one of the great things I think about the shield rework is that they have uniformed them. So you're good at one shield, you're pretty much good at them all.
That's good.
Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
you've got the gimmick of Monty's extendable, which does have more heaps and bounds you can learn, and same with Blitz blinding.
Right.
But definitely, because I've found myself playing Blitz more as well.
Yeah, me
and when
too,
I'm
me
playing
too.
Fuse, I'm not even bringing the AK sometimes. I'm actually bringing the shield. So yeah, 100% has definitely helped me across the board, which I think is really important because, you know, I don't want to maybe tread into another question you might ask, but about the whole defender meta, like you were mentioning with like
With
operators
aura,
like Legion,
real. Yeah, it was only
Zami,
aura.
Solid,
That's
Fenrir.
Monty.
They
That's
just-
Monty. Basically, it's
they
aura.
are what attack needs right now, and I think a lot of people are kind of taking that for granted. They're being like, "Oh, shields are too strong, blah blah blah, nerf them and stuff like that."
It's like, bro,
But
we
it's
haven't
like,
had this in so long. Like,
Yeah, we're in a situation where, yes, I won't deny it. I think shields are strong. I don't think they're overpowered.
They're not
I think
overpowered.
they're strong. But defenders are in their
At
best,
the best.
you know, situation ever to.
Yeah,
deal
because
with
you
them.
just
You
wait.
have Legion with his initial damage.
Damage.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know goo mines aren't invisible, but you can hide goo mines in corners easily.
Right,
They've got a weird hitbox.
Cross
They've got a weird
traps.
little area of
It
effect. You
takes
can
time,
easily put them
each
around
time.
corners. You've got Fenrir. He is getting a nerf next season, but still very strong operator. You've got stuff even as simple
Fenrir.
as
Okay, Fenrir, in my opinion, is very, very strong. Not because it blinds you alone. It's the time that it takes to identify and eliminate the charge or the device. Right. It takes a good chunk of time, like say 20 seconds trying to clear a room, trying to find where it is the longest time you would spend. Best case scenario, you find it within 3 seconds and you get to destroy it. Either with a grenade, whatever, or etc. What you have to use. So, preferably, I use Twitch, because you just get there for the. It's more of a scalpel Twitch, you know, and can get that without any issue. But it is a very annoying one. It's strong because of that. The map hole that you can get. Because the decision there is that, okay, I know there's a Fenrir here. Do I deal with the Fenrir? Do I deal with the device? Or do I just run through and get my hopes on the gunfight? Well, you're already disadvantaged, right? Because you're already semi-blind. When I say semi-blind, because it requires a certain amount of exposure to the gas for you to be fully blind, so you can get a glimpse of where the person is. So it's up for debate on how you really want to deal with it. I don't deal with trying to rush through it. I try to destroy it
There's
first.
a secret sauce to countering them, which I feel like people overlooked when they saw
Real.
the reveal of the shield rework, which
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
if I want to expose the secret for all our shield players, but defenders need to start shooting the actual shield more.
right.
Yes, that is correct. I keep saying this so much. As a shield person, we're playing a game. And it's a competitive game, but I want to be fair. I want to be a fair person, right? When you see a shield, don't turn your back. Think of it as a lion, right? A lion will approach you slowly when you're looking at them, but the moment you turn around, they're gonna chase you. You can use this to bait them and whatnot, but yes, that's true. But you wanna try and slow them down. And the new mechanic is a suppression mechanic, so you wanna shoot the shield as much as you can. And I learned through myself personally, through recent changes. You, as a shield person, you can't sprint when you're suppressed. When you're hi John, yeah, we're talking about how to counter shields right now because I want to be fair, right? When you shoot the shield, they get suppressed, and the intensity of the suppression goes up the more bullets hit the shield. And notice when I say more bullets, so that means shotguns are unironically strong against shields. The counterpoint, but a shotgun can't headshot the shield person when we're fighting, right? I can't body shot them. That's true. But say if you're using a character like Mute, Smoke, what's her name? Oh gosh, what's her name? Kavera. Uh, the other one. The other one. Thunderbird. You can use the shotgun as a primary, and then the secondary, a strong secondary, to finish their heads. Now, yeah, you can shoot their shoulders. That's true. But what I'm saying here is that shoot the shield with the shotgun, because the pellets count as individual bullets that contribute to the suppression mechanic. A single shotgun shot can increase the suppression to about 1/3. That's how quick it is. You can nullify a blitz sprinting towards you with a single shotgun shot. That's why I teach. Now, you can shoot the shoulder. Yes, that's correct, to injure them. But right now, I'm talking to suppress them, to stop them from advancing, to stop them to have their pressure of advancing towards the door or the team, right? So as they talk here, that's what I'm saying.
Break, right?
Yeah, but it's called suppression. Guard break is when you smack them, like when you knock the shield back.
I see.
This is suppression. So if Blitz is running at you, for example, and you start shooting his shield, he'll get a gradual effect called suppression.
Exactly.
It sort of wears off quite fast, so you have to keep topping it up with bullets and other forms of damage. But if Blitz is suppressed, or Monty's suppressed, or Fuse is suppressed, they can't full sprint. Sometimes it hinders their ability to even melee you. And that is when you and your teammates sort of gang up on the shield, basically. So I think like a good tip for honestly shields and non-shield players is on both sides, just don't be scared. The shield has to be aggressive and win that fight. But if you're playing against the shield as well, you also got to be a bit aggressive against them. Don't run away in power and fear. They are beatable.
That's one.
Exactly. Like I said earlier, a shield player is like a lion. If they go aggressive, you gotta go aggressive, tooth and nail. Or they go back, you can go back. It's mastering. It's also in riot control, as I read earlier. Back then, I mean, it's about matching the energy of the current situation, right? You wanna, and this is from my experience, so take it with a grain of salt. If I see a player is being aggressive, I go aggressive, especially if I'm Monty. Why? Right? Usually you think it's Blitz. I play Blitz a little bit more defensively because of the new range of the Flash. So let me put my burger down so I don't talk with my burger. So I talk with my hands. When I do my Monty clearing, I usually don't have the shield fully extended all the time. So if I'm entering a doorway, I have it full. But once I'm in the room, I close it. Right? So from open to close. Right? So I Remby. So that means that my gun is up. And the enemy recognizes that too. That Monty is in aggressive mode. Monty can shoot back. Monty can do whatever he wants. Right? And if you if you're gonna continue to watch later, you guys will see me do a few techniques to counteract some of the specific problems with shields.
One thing that Glennie mentioned in the Blitz video that I made about him was that like the easiest way to play Blitz is to literally just sit there and let them be scared and let them make the mistake and then just capitalize off of it. Because what do you do when you see a Blitz on defense? You freak out, right?
There you go. Again, with the aura thing. You let them have the mistake. That's what I say. I play Blitz defensively, and then he agrees. Right, let's go back.
You also got to be a bit aggressive against them. Don't run away and cower in fear. They are beatable.
That's one thing that Glennie mentioned in the Blitz video that I made about him was that like the easiest way to play Blitz is to literally just sit there and let them be scared and let them make the mistake and then just capitalize off of it.
Exactly. See, I play Blitz a bit hang back. Why? It's because if the enemy is scared to get close to Blitz, everybody knows if you get close to Blitz, you get flashed. And what happens when you get flashed? You die, right? So you play into this mind game of like, I'm here, I see you, you see me, but you can't get close to me. And I'm gonna continue to be here unless you wanna deal with me, or I'm gonna get close with my teammates. And when I say with my teammates, that's important because Blitz alone can be good with roamers alone. But when you're pushing sight, it's a little different because you have multiple angles you have to worry about. Of course, Blitz has smoke, breach charge if you want to take an alternate route. But generally speaking, if there's no things those involved, you want to be with your teammates when you're engaging sight. And also with roaming, especially if there's a cav, because calves do have impact, and the impact will stun your shield.
What do you do when you see a blitz on defense? You freak out, right? Or you'll
100%.
run away, or you'll like try to knife it or pre-fire. So like, yeah, if you can just be passive and let them make the mistake. Not only that, but you were talking about suppression. I notice when I'm a shield player and I try to like extend as Monty, for example, and knife somebody, if they're shooting me, I can't. Like the cooldown of you being able to melee and suppression is crazy. So all you
Exactly. When a shield is suppressed, they cannot melee and they cannot activate their shield. This works with Clash as well, by the way. And if someone is on break lock, or I call it break lock, sorry, stun lock with the shield breaking, they can't switch to their pistol. Now I know some of you, if I've played with Jom, not played with Jom and Faith, you guys have seen me do some crazy tech, or even though I am on break clock, I can still position my shield in a specific way so I don't get shot.
And they nerfed it too towards 30.
And that's very, very, very specific.
Right?
You gotta know where it is.
Yeah.
That's through experience. I can't really teach you. It's through experience and how you feel the shield
They nerf
as you play.
even more now, so it is beatable. You just have to know the mechanics behind it, for sure.
Yeah, and I definitely do think it is just people not being well equipped from it. Like, they're getting in a close range fight as a shield with no gadgets and no teammates around. And, it's kind of your fault for losing that way. Like, if you're not going to play with your gadgets, if you're not going to play with your team, you're going to get punished for it. That is how Siege, that's how Siege
this
works.
Is Rainbow Six Siege. The more you utilize your team,
Exactly.
Because I, as a Monty player, when I see a Legion standing in
Human benchmark? I don't know, I think like 200 something. Let me see. Yeah, I don't 200. Like, I'm not a fast one. Yeah, I'm not fast. I'm not fast. I'm average. Like, I don't build for reaction time, really, cause hold on, let me look away. If I look away, it's easier. Okay, hold on, let me look away. You just start training, but no, I don't think reaction time is gonna be one of my big things. It's more of the brain plays and how I do my stuff, really. Because I am looking away, by the way. I'm just reacting to the green. Because I don't go for what do you call this? I don't go for reaction time. I don't go for gunplay. I go through ridiculous amounts of planning, like seeing through the enemy's eye, seeing through all that stuff. That's how I win my stuff. That's how I win my stuff. I don't really care about reaction times and whatnot.
I can confidently either rush him because he probably doesn't have any goo mines if he's out of sight, or they just might, not be in that area. I know that I can either rush him or maybe even confidently take a gunfight on him. But if I'm standing in a doorway and there's a Goyo canister in the door with barbed wire, goo mines, and maybe even a dread mine above me, yeah, I do have some EMP impacts, which is a massive thing.
Massive thing. Yes, that's so good for Monty.
I'm surprised if he loses that soon. I definitely think that's the strongest suit of his secondary gadgets.
Really? Okay.
But
yeah,
you can
EMP?
still stop shields. I definitely think it comes down to not necessarily that shields are too strong, just that people aren't fighting them correctly.
Do you take it on the chin on a split? What does that mean? Huh? I have never heard of this before. I am so sorry, but majority of my knowledge is through IRL stuff. Let me show you. I have no idea what this is, but I have a. Here we go. No, 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 no. I don't want to play all 100 videos, but I have a private video playlist here. Yeah, IRL stuff. Yeah, IRL in real life stuff. Yeah, like Moss? What's Moss? Military occupation? No, no, no. Not just military. I take inspiration from counter-terrorist operation, U.S. Marine Force, Philippine Army, Philippine Scout Ranger, FBI, SWAT, SAS, the Russian Spetsnaz. Because the Spetsnaz have some shield stuff. I also get some information from some schools of us. I mean, some videos that are public material. I can only get like public material stuff, but there was one here. Where was it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? He was U.S. Army Ranger. That's amazing. Yeah, I've never gone into army, but I promised somebody that I won't go into an army because they were really sad about it. But here we go. Yeah, UF Pro. Yeah, this playlist right here. This is what I use my reference majority for stuff. Of course, some of this I can't use in game, but I use information that I gather in real life and then match it with game stuff that I can apply. Like for example, here like squad stuff, panning, like this one, threshold assessment and stuff like this, like how they assess the threshold. That's how I kind of do my stuff. I have no idea what is chin on a split, honestly, but it sounds like the Ranger's Bible. I think I've seen this before, cause I did do a lot of reading and I also have a lot of military friends. uh yeah, I can't get it right now. But yeah, I have some friends in the military as well. They teach
So,
me
now that
stuff.
we've been talking about
And
the
I
shield rework
just
for some time,
cross-reference
do you
that.
think
So I
that
don't really
shield rework is a
rely
net positive,
on
or do you think that it
reaction time,
should
because
have been
reaction time
instated in,
varies
like,
depending on the
gray,
day,
or, like, what do
depending
you
on how
think
you
about
eat,
the
how you
idea of
sleep,
that?
how you know,
Oh,
how
I
you
definitely think
experience
it
your
was great.
body.
I
If
think
you're
it was one of my
tired, if you just
favorite
got home, you know.
changes to the core mechanic that the game has ever seen.
I agree.
Shields have always been in a weird place. You have, you had the weird melee. The melee just never was uniformed. It was never clean. It was clunky. Like, you'd melee someone, then they'd like knife you midway through, and like nothing would happen to them. I never liked the fact that shields would insta kill someone with a melee. I just thought it never made
I didn't like that
sense.
too. That was
I
weird.
actually have been wanting for years that when a shield hit you, it would do an Oryx knockback, which is basically what it does now. You get knocked on
Right,
your back.
exactly.
And I definitely think that makes so much more sense for shields. You can argue that maybe it does too much damage to people. That's a different kettle of fish that you can talk about. But I definitely think, as a whole, shields being able to knock back is much better than instant meleeing. It just makes more sense. The suppression effect adds a deeper level of countering shields, other than just utility or simply shooting the physical character operator
Character
themselves.
body, yeah.
And it definitely opens a door going forward for shields to be just a more viable thing, rather than being limited to, Monty and Blitz for their gimmick. Now you
Yeah,
can
for
bring
the gimmick,
Fuse
yeah.
Shield
And now you
actually
can
do a lot.
fuse
And
shield.
like I was saying,
Also,
opening the door for
yeah,
other
it's just
operators such as Thermite, and
I
probably
would
for
love to
future
see
operators to
a
get
shield as a
as
primary
well.
weapon than other
So,
people, because
yeah, I
fuse is such an
definitely think
interesting one. I
some
used
of
to
the
main
stuff
fuse a
which,
lot
it just didn't age with the game.
because of
There's a
the
lot of stuff over
skits,
the years
and
which
it
doesn't
really
age
interests me.
well. That's why Recruit's getting a rework next season. He didn't
I'm
age
so
with the game.
excited for that. I'm so
excited for it as
that.
well.
Dude,
But yeah,
oh
he
my
didn't
God.
age. He didn't age with the game, so they're changing it, and I definitely think Shield were in that same situation. And honestly, would not be surprised within the next year that we get a brand new, fully Shield-focused attacker with like a gimmick like Monty or Blitz. I definitely think that's going to be something we're going to see. But yeah, to sort of finalize that point, you've got defense. It's really strong. We know how strong defending is. Having attack, having ballistic shields in a sort of tactical competitive game, and them actually finally being properly impactful is definitely a benefit to this game. And I'm really excited to see where they go with it.
I am too. I'm very, very excited. Well, on that note, I noticed that you are like a very, very good Monty player.
Nice.
Did you just start playing Monty like when the shield rework came out, or were you playing earlier? And if so, what made you start playing Monty?
So I've always sort of had him
Hi,
in my
Dens.
arsenal of
Hi.
operators.
What's up?
But
Welcome
he was
in.
never like an
Hello.
instant go-to every time. It would always depend on what we're pushing, like the people we're playing against and
Like
everything.
situational operator.
Yeah. He was always like, it was an operator I
I'm
did
just eating
pick,
right now.
but just
Finishing my
not to
food.
the extent now. I definitely do think the rework has made him much more desirable for me, because like he isn't, you know, it's clear that he's stronger than he is before. You know, we're not denying that he's much stronger than he was in his previous state, but I definitely think it's made attacking more enjoyable across the board, just because we are able to gain control of rooms with aggression. We are able to hold rooms with aggression. Yes, you could do that with Monty before, but like I'm saying, the mechanics were clunky. You could always die in some ways you felt wasn't really deserved. And I definitely just think the aggression, which not just Monty, but current shield reworks has given to the attacking team, that's made me definitely play him more. And I think more people should utilize this change. You know, who knows what happens in the future? They could be, they could nerf them next season for all we know. So, Siege is an ever-evolving game. I think you either got to age with it, you've got to go with the changes, or you just got to be left behind. And in this case, if people are, you know, not really picking up shields and they're losing to them and they're not countering properly, fun English language, then you're gonna get left behind. So yeah, 100% it's made me play them more.
Cool. Well, I think that's about all I had for you. This is Kudos, the R6 lore guy, and one of the best Monty players that I know. So if you want to go sub to his channel.
Look in the chat, it says when you have one enemy on your left, on your right.
Anyway, though, thank you for the interview. I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
And anybody who's watching the video,
Yeah, I don't do that.
his name is
No.
Kudos, my name is Alka, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye.